Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel and to my living room. So I finished our living room at the end of last year and we've de-Christmasified it a little bit since then. So I thought it would be a really good time to give you a little tour. So if you want to have a nosy, and I love a nosy around people's houses too, then keep watching. So before I get into the grand tour, I'm really building it up here, I have something that's actually really exciting for you, I feel anyway, because I was going to make this video anyway, and then Desenio got in touch with me and asked if I would like to work with them, and I basically chewed their arm off because I already have Desenio prints all around my house. So we have them in the living room anyway that I purchased myself, our kitchen again purchased myself, and in our bathroom and ensuite again purchased myself. So the opportunity to add some new ones and fill this awkward space here, and then also get a print for Stan and Daisy's redecorated bedrooms as well, was just a dream come true. I absolutely love what they're about. Their prints are really affordable. They're great for inspiration. So when we were doing our extension and things like that, I would turn there for like colour schemes and ideas, and it's great because when I was doing this room, obviously you can see that there's a theme and it's green. I was able to just search for like green prints, and then certain ones came up in the search results and I could like pair them and match them together. They also give you suggestions as well of how to pair certain prints, which I actually did with a couple of them, and I think it's such a fab site. It is my go-to for prints and artwork basically, and I do indeed have a discount code for you which I will leave on screen here. It's only valid from the 18th to the 22nd, but you get 45% off, and I think it is so worth it. The prints are all really affordable anyway and they come packaged so nicely. But if you're in the market for something new, you want to refresh your home, update something a little bit, take advantage while you can, because as I mentioned, it will only last 4 days. But I'm going to take you off the tripod now and I'm going to introduce you to my living room, which I am very, very proud of, and I absolutely love this space and I hope that you will too. So are you ready for the tour? This is the entryway to our living room. The kitchen is over there where Merlin is asleep on the sofa, and then Mark's office is here, and then this is like a hallway, it goes upstairs and stuff. And yeah, this is what it's like as you come in, and I think straight away you really can tell that I love my artwork. And the idea for this room, originally you might remember that this was closed off and the entryway to the living room was here, and we used to have an archway that went around this wall here that would make the living room a L shape. We used to have the playroom section here, and it was a very like open plan space. But as we expanded in here, and obviously COVID hit and we had to think about a new way of working from home, we decided to fill in the archway, reopen up this door again, because this actually was a door before, and make this Mark's office. Mark works from home 3 days a week and goes into the office in Manchester now 2 days a week. But that space is still really, really valuable. It segregates him. He prefers to work like in a quiet environment, and I'm better at working around the kids because I've done it for so long. So we were then left with this space. So I won't leave you in suspense too much longer, but this is what we were left with. And originally we made do. We've been updating this house now, well, I've been updating this house, I should say, for 10 years, and it has been a lot of blood, sweat and tears and money and time and effort and stamina, but we ran out once we did the extension, and we just thought, right, we're just going to make do for a bit. We'll make do, we'll save up our funds and we'll go from there. So we used to have our old brown corner sofa here. The telly though was all the way over here and it was quite far away. We had like toys here that were getting dusty that no one was really playing with anymore because we hadn't sorted out the toys in so long, and we had a toy storage unit here, and we had the old fireplace there, which obviously wasn't a working fireplace, it was just the chalkboard one, and this space here was just filled with sofa and toy stuff down the side of it. And it just, to be honest, I would walk in here and my mood would drop, and I never really felt that happy, so I would mainly sit in the kitchen, but it was still a great space to like be as a family and stuff, and we still made use of it. But when we finally got enough budget together, we were thinking about what we wanted this room to be. And one thing we definitely didn't want was a brown sofa. We were sick of that brown sofa. It was ripped, it was smelly and old. And we were looking at something new. Now we have a neutral sofa in the kitchen, and we have it covered in throws to protect it. But Mark was like, really don't want to go for neutral in here because I don't want another sofa that we've got to worry about. And I was like, you know what, mate, you are right. So we went for this one, and it's from DFS, and it's the Jules Patterdale, the larger version, because there are two. There's a slightly smaller and smaller set one. And we were umming and ahhing about what shade to go for, but all I could think about was this beautiful forest green. Now, I don't know if this is like controversial, but I see green as like a vibrant neutral. Obviously, if you look outside, you will see green wherever you go, especially in the UK. And I love how green just works with so many shades. So for me, in a way, it still fitted with the idea of like me loving neutral colours. This sofa is so comfy, you basically melt into it, and it's like nothing I've ever experienced in my life. We obviously have like a velvet finish, and this is actually a really good choice for children. It's very easy to clean. We do have 3 pets. You get the odd pet hair on it, but nothing too bad, and it's held up really well so far. And we just like mixed up the cushions, so all the fillers, I basically, most of them I already had, and then I brought my cheap cushion covers from H&M and Shein, and I love them. And it's a thing that I do regularly with all of our cushions, is that I will obviously have all the innards, but I will buy affordable covers, and then I have like Christmas versions and like more autumnal versions and stuff, and I keep them in a little box in the garage, and I can switch them out, which transforms the room but without loads of effort and loads of money, and I can really recommend that. We've got a nice throat on the back there for cuddling up with at night. This little poof here was from IKEA, as is the little cushion that goes on top, and I really wanted jewel tones in here, like really warm and I don't know, just vibrant in a way. This rug again is IKEA. And then I'll take you back into here. So this was actually an artist that we spotted when we were out for our first wedding anniversary, and we purchased that ourselves just because it made us laugh and it kind of commemorated that first year to us together. Plus, your first anniversary's paper, and this is obviously made out of paper. This section here is toy storage in disguise. Now my children are getting older. Stan's nearly 5, which might seem young to some, but if you've got multiple children, you will know that your youngest grows up a lot quicker than your other children do, because they lead by example. So in here we have things like learning games, a few puzzles and stuff. We have a big craft cupboard anyway in the utility. There's slime, there's a car mat there, loads of cars. In here we've got loads of animals. For some reason we have a dancing reindeer back there, don't ask about that. This is just empty at the moment if anyone needs to store anything. And then in here we've just got, I can't even drag it out, but loads of figurines. And then the kids have toys in their bedrooms, but I would like to bring a few more back in here so they can just use the space a bit more freely, but we've not really added to that since we put it in. But then in here we have all these little knickknacks and stuff. So I actually use this watering can to water all my houseplants with. These are vintage, and these are actually LED timer, what are they called? Candlesticks that I got from H&M. This print here is actually a Desenio print that I've had for a very long time. A lot of people have this one, and it says, "Someday everything will make perfect sense. So for now, laugh at the confusion, smile through the tears, and keep reminding yourself that everything happens for a reason. Today will never come again. Be a friend, encourage someone, take time to care. Let your words heal and not wound. Love, 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 because love conquers all." And I've actually had this quite a long time, and I decided to put it in here in the end because I love that kind of handwritten script with the kind of old-fashioned style that we've got in parts of this room. Just got a little diffuser here and this gorgeous decorative plate that my auntie got me for my birthday. Just got a wax melt in there. That's the Cheshire home fragrance pear and freesia, I think it is. And then these little vintage oil paintings I found a mix on like eBay or charity shops and things like that, and this is my artichoke from Dunelm, which I really love. And I have tried to kind of play on this vintagey style because I find it to be quite beautiful. I've always loved older pieces of furniture or older pieces of artwork and stuff, and I just wanted to kind of pull my passion back in. I think for a while I got lost in like trends and stuff, especially with being someone that like works online. But then with this room I just thought, start it, I'm just going to do what makes me really happy. As I did with like the extension and stuff, I just started doing what I liked, and I feel like that's come through so much more than it ever has done in the past. So again, these were all like little vintage finds, and I love the mix of these with my newer prints, which I will show you over there. I actually made these from paper bags, and they were initially a Christmas decoration, but I love them in here, so I've just kept them up. And you'll see some more over there. This is our radiator in here. As you can see, it's quite a snug room, and we kind of do call it like, we call it the green room or the snug. And this is nice and long. It fits nicely behind the door, and it meant that we could have the sofa in really beautifully, fitting nicely without it being like tucked behind like it used to be. Got another one of those that I made. This was from, I think that was eBay, that star. And then this little table is an IKEA one. The lamp is a touch one, which is really handy for the kids and stuff to turn on. It's quite a cozy room. Unfortunately, you can't see outside, but it's super grey out there at the moment, but normally actually gets some beautiful morning light. This section over here is one of my favourites. So we have this mirror that we had anyway from Dunelm, hi there. And then this bamboo shelf, I think was La Redoute. Existing plants that I had, and just little baskets and stuff, little like knickknacks and touches. I wanted it to be about a lot of wood and natural kind of materials and things like that. A gorgeous candle. This is actually from Primark, and I love that kind of amber and orange colour. We've got another print here, more flowers. This one's not doing so great. I think I've drowned it. My mum will kill me, never mind. This is really old. I've had this for years and years, but I always keep this. If you ever watch my pregnancy videos that I did way back when for Channel Mum, I would always have this on my mantelpiece. It's very, very old, but I can't seem to get rid of it. It reminds me of that time. This is actually a plant stand. It is meant to be a plant stand from IKEA. Then I've got all my plants like B&Q or local places. Look at this beautiful new leaf here, it's so shiny. I've just sat down so I can kind of show you this a little bit better, but I wanted to make this a focal point, but without the cost of having to put a fire in. There are two reasons for that. Obviously, money is the first one, but secondly, because this is a snug room and it gets very warm in general, the fire would not be utilised enough for it to be financially worthwhile. If we ever did get a fire, we would put one in the kitchen space, and I think eventually that will be something that we do, funds permitting, so not anytime soon. But I wanted to make this a feature, and a lot of people said, oh, why did you get rid of it? Why'd you get rid of it? The fire that was already here, the fireplace, the mantle, was actually a second-hand thing that I got for free, or free cycle, and I painted myself and added the chalkboard in, so it wasn't like we were taking a key feature out. I just thought I want a focal point, but I don't want anything to be wasteful. I want it to be something that we love and that we use, and plants has become a thing of mine because I'm a stereotypical woman in her 30s, and it seems to be what we do when we hit that time in our lives. Got a little basket there with I've got to show you this actually, a handmade throw that Mark's mum made me as part of my Christmas present. I appreciate her talent so much. She's absolutely incredible. And this is this blankets basket. Only the blanket can go in here because it's special. This is a little vintage magazine rack that I was lucky enough to find in a charity shop for like £4.50. That houses any magazines and books that I'm reading. So at the moment I am, if I can get it for you, reading Snap by Belinda Bauer. And I love having somewhere proper for my things now, because there was never really space for me to exist in these rooms a lot of the time with toys and stuff. So it really is true that as your kids get older, you will reclaim a bit of your space back. although then you'll be sad because you'll miss those days. This is the matching unit. These are both from IKEA. We went for the black and the wood mix. You could get a white alternative, but we just felt like black would suit the space better and keep it nice and cozy. And we've got the PlayStation here, Skybox, all of that, and then in here we've got more storage, more books because I've got a problem, spare candles, and those are all the kids' games and stuff, which are actually quite organised. I did that myself. If you ever wanted to jazz up your telly, I've done a little tutorial of this on my Instagram before, but search for TV wallpaper art on YouTube, you'll find loads. This is a lovely selection of vintage floral prints and I love it. I love artwork and stuff like this. And up here is my latest Desenio print. I love her, and this green is basically the exact same green as our wall, which is Valspar Bohemian Bliss, if you were wondering. So the green is Valspar Bohemian Bliss, and the white is my favourite white of all time, which is Dulux White Cotton. It's a fab neutral white, which sounds silly because everyone's like, oh, it's just white, but trust me, some whites can have a real bluish greyish tinge, some can even have like a lilac-y tinge, and then some can be super warm. But this is so neutral and it's beautiful, and we have it in most of the rooms in our house where you can see white. It's just spot on. And yeah, so that's the TV. That is our latest print. I love her. I think she's stunning, and she's like eating a peach or an orange or something, and I just love her dress. I love her vibe. So I didn't realise I was holding the camera so wonky there, but she's beautiful. These were decorations from Dunelm, which is another favourite place of mine. Another one of these that I made. More plants. Our wedding photo. Look at us. Oh, I love him. This was a little like vintage find from a charity shop. I'll go home to play music. I was cleaning before and playing Six the Musical and loving it. Then we have our blinds. So obviously these can go up or down based on like what you want to do. Really nice for like privacy, but also like they warm the room up as well because we went for wood rather than white. I did a little poll on Instagram. Most people said white, but my gut was saying to go for the wood, and I'm really glad that I did. They're so cozy at night when these are closed, and they don't get in the way like our curtains used to. Just got some flowers here. I have a diffuser which currently smells like Marc Jacobs Daisy in here, which is really nice because that's the perfume that I wear. So that's that. Just BT skyboxes, all that, and then back to the sofa. And then these prints were Desenio ones. So that one, I actually like that one so much that I have it in our bathroom upstairs as well. I just thought it was really cute. And I love like Henri Rousseau. I think his work is beautiful. This is actually a print that I got made for Mark for our first wedding anniversary, and that is another Desenio one as well, and that's called Le Jardin. And again, beautiful colours that work really well together, and this one really gave me a lot of ideas for tones. So you can see, let me come around and show you a little bit better. So if you see here, we've got like the greens, we've got a lighter green, we've got some blush, a bit of like purple, and then this gorgeous like orangey rusty shade. And it just kind of makes you realise how much green really goes with. And I love these prints, and I painstakingly measured all of this out and hung them so they would be perfect above the sofa. So that's the view there, and I just think it looks perfect, and I love coming in here. One of my favourite things to do on a Saturday and Sunday morning is come here with a coffee and Bagsy that corner there and just look out the window and drink my coffee and chill and cuddle my dog or my cats, whichever finds me first, or my children obviously. And I just love this room so much. It makes me feel so happy, and I'm really proud of it. Like, I love doing over rooms and making them over and coming up with ideas and concepts and styles, and obviously I've got my own taste, but I'm just really proud of this space. And we have a lot of really lovely family times in here. It's great for movie night because we all cuddle up and grab a blanket and we eat popcorn and watch the telly, and yeah, that is our living room. So that is the end of this video. I hope you found it really useful, and if you're like into green and stuff, maybe you got a bit of inspo. I love looking around people's homes and seeing their different styles come together, and I really appreciate interior design in general and how people bring their personality to life through their home. And yeah, I love this space. I really do. It's so cozy, and we worked with what we had to make it like this snug little place that we can all come to as a family, and I just love it. And again, thank you so much to Desenio for working with me on this video and for giving me that discount code for all of you to enjoy. I hope you managed to make good use of it if you are interested in getting some artwork for your home. Again, I'll leave it on screen here now for you and also in the description box below. But I hope you have a lovely jubbly day, and I will hopefully see you all very soon. Bye.